All right, what's going on, guys? It's Raul here. We're gonna be doing a video in the field today. I've done a video kind of like this before where I've done a max distance throw and like a 80% throw of my stock distances, stock angles with discs, but I'm gonna be doing mids and putters today, specifically how far I throw those. Lately, I've been really leaning on the putter and the mid-range slot for backhand at least, and then a lot of forehand for fairway drivers and driver shots, but my backhand for fairway drivers and driver slots has been a little bit more sprayy lately. So I mean, I guess just my misses are bigger with those, so I've been really leaning on the mids, even if it's like a little bit further than what I think I might be able to get those discs. Like if it's like 340-ish, you know, I might throw a mid and try to put it like 20 short or something, but I'm not sure. Sometimes I get it there if I get a good throw on it. So I'm really just curious how far I'm throwing my putters and mids right now. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'll just kind of show you what I got today. My forehand's been bugging, so I'm just throwing backhands today. I'm trying to give it a little bit of a break, but I got my Luna. That thing's an absolute staple. Then we got the P1, a little more stable. P3X, Zone, you know how that flies. Then for the actual mids, we got Barry, Crowned Eagle, which is very flippy. And then MD3, which is stable. This is probably my best thrown disc in the bag right now. Super stable and reliable. And I pretty much throw it anything 330 and in, but I'm curious how far I can throw it. And then the Cayman, probably like 290 or something. So let's see. I'm just going to get a couple practice throws or warm-up throws with the putters, baseline putters first, just to get my body warmed up so I could get good measurements. And we're standing right by these rocks, so we're going to be able to range those and get a good read. P1X dead straight. Little turn on that one. Hyzer flip the P1. Oh yeah. Saucy. All right, so we'll start with flippy and slow first. So we'll go with the Luna. And we have a nice little slight breeze, a little bit of tailwind, but not much, so should be good. We'll start off with the Luna here. I'm not trying to get absolute max distance on these. I'm just trying to throw them on the shots that I normally throw them on. So this Luna, I try to flip up on a pretty good hyzer and just throw it pretty hard and get a good, really straight flight out of it. So let's see if I can get that. If I mess it up, I'll redo it my next go around and keep doing it until I get a good shot with it. See, that's really low. I'm gonna have to redo that one. Now we'll go with the P1 here. Try to give this some more height. I usually use this for like drifting shots on hyzer. So same angle, but instead of going straight, it just slowly fades. Like that's really good. Go straight and then it fades out, whereas the Luna would turn a bit. Although it is getting really straight, but I'm definitely gonna take that one for the distance read. Now we got the P3X. In my mind, I usually throw this like 290 and in. So let's see. It's just a little more stable than that P1. It fades the whole time and a bit more reliable. That was flat. I might get a read on, I might get another shot on that just because it didn't really get a lot of air time. It was low and kind of got eaten up. So I'll probably get another throw on that one and the Luna at least. Zone here, this thing's getting pretty straight, but has a good reliable finish. I don't throw it too much backhand, but I do go to it sometimes. Yeah, it's a good shot with that. I think it went past the Luna. It didn't go super far, but fine throw. Now we got, or we'll throw the Cayman last. So now we're going to our mids here. started off with the Crowned Eagle. I'm really throwing this usually only uphill because it's so flippy, but I'll try to put it on a steep hyzer flip. I like doing like super deep hyzer flips with this and just getting like cool flights. So let's see how far it goes. Oh my God. That is not it. We're redoing that for sure. Here's the berry. I usually just throw this for like pushing hyzers. Sometimes I'll throw it flat for it to go straight, but I really just throw this for a pretty much dead straight shot. It's kind of like the P1, but just goes a little further. So it goes pretty far though. I would guess like 320-ish, 330 on this guy. Yeah, I hit that pretty flat, just dead straight. And a slow fade. I'm curious how far that went. That was a good throw with it. Now we got our baby, the MD3. Usually throw this on a touch of hyzer. Just goes straight and slowly fades the whole time. Should be a bit more stable than that berry. Probably go around the same distance. I'm gonna throw this one hard. Yep. Probably around the same distance as the berry. How's it going? Last one came in here. This should go significantly shorter, but still a staple. A really good flight. Yeah, I like that throw. Past the Luna, probably a solid 290, 300 or so. Let's go get the distances, and then we'll go get those other few that I want to rethrow and get the distances for. All right, so we got some interesting numbers. We got the P1, which was a good throw at 95 yards, which is 185. The Cayman went 92 yards, so the P1 went a little bit further. Or you know what, let's do it in order here. So we got the Zone went 85 yards, so that's 255, which not bad, not great. I could probably throw it further if I got a good rip on it, but that's fine. I probably wouldn't pull out the Zone for like a 285 shot anyway. Cayman went 92 yards, so a bit further. That's like 279, I think. P1 went 95, so 285, solid. I could probably get it out to 300. MD3 went 103, so about 310 on a pure hyzer to flatline. Berry 105, so 315, which is all right. You know, I could probably get it out a little further. That's just on a pure hyzer line and no warm up. But the reason I go to these so much is because I know that I can hit the line, and I feel just so much more confident with these mids and putters in my hand. I do want to get a better throw on the Luna and maybe even the P3X because it was low and it still went pretty far. I think like wait, did I say the P3X? Yeah, P3X went 93 actually, so 280, which is solid, but I think I usually throw it on some like 300 holes. So I kind of want to throw the P3X and the P1 again, and this MD3, I didn't even get it because I just completely grip locked it. But one of the big things that a lot of people don't think about is if the hole's 330 and I throw a mid-range that goes 310, that's a 20 footer. If I throw it 315, that's a 15 footer. So even if the hole's 345 and I feel not confident with a fairway driver in my hand, even though I can park it, I might be better off throwing a mid-range that I can put to 315 and give myself a 30 footer because I'm confident I can make my putt. So it just comes down to, for me, how confident I am throwing that disc. I mean, it also tells me I need to work on my fairway driver game, but if I'm talking about tournaments or, you know, a pressure situation where I more so need to give myself a putt and avoid danger, then especially I'll go to the mids or putters. If there's nothing really around and no danger or OB or anything, then sure, like I'll try to park it and throw the fairway driver. But if there's OB right or something and I know I can grip lock it or just shank one, then I'll throw the mid, try to give myself a 30, 20 footer, whatever, for how far it is, and try to just bang that putt. So we're gonna throw the MD3, the Luna, and the P3X again. Try to get some better shots. Let's start with the Luna, give it some height, some hyzer. Should be able to get this out there pretty good. Yeah, I mean, that's a decent shot. I usually don't throw it on those type of lines. I threw it a little flatter than normal. It kind of flipped up road. I do like that line for it on like a straight shot, you know, and just kind of putting it out left, letting it pop up and drift right, but a little higher and not like the exact line I love throwing with it, but that should give me like a solid distance read. Now, we'll do the P3X, try to just give it a little more height. Last time wasn't too far off from how I would like it, but I just want to give it a little more height and see if I can kind of get it out there. Same exact as last time. All right, well, if it's consistent like last time, we'll take it. It's probably the same distance, but it feels like it might have gone a little bit further. So we'll try this flippy Crowned Eagle now. Try to not grip lock it and just smack it on hyzer straight out there and see how far it goes. There we go. Stay up. All right, so that's a decent read. Flipped up, turn. It's pretty flippy. I'm usually not throwing it in wide open fields because I'm usually gonna throw the hyzer in a wide open field, but that'll give me a decent read. I know I do throw it on some like uphill, I don't know, 320 shots or something. So I could definitely throw it far if I get the good flight and flip out of it, but let's see how far those went. All right, so now that we got some better totals, I'll just go over the distances real quick. I'm gonna say it in yards, but I'll put on the screen in feet just because I don't want to do the calculations right now. But we got the Zone going 85 yards, Cayman going 92. The P3X went 93 the first time, and then 90 the second time, so around that same mark. P1 went 95, Luna 97, MD3, the Sea-Line MD3 and the Crowned Eagle MD3 both went 103 yards, and then the Berry went 105. So pretty much in exact order that I would have guessed. Maybe the Cayman could have been, you know, up or down a spot. Just based off the flight. I think I got a good rip, so it went pretty far that time. But yeah, overall pretty close to what I expected. I could probably get a little bit more distance out of it, but you know, that's just what it is. I mean, it's definitely good to know how far I throw all these discs. Now, you know, if I get a distance read, I could, you know, kind of pick and choose which disc I want to throw and decide if I want to throw the mid, or maybe it's probably just best to throw that fairway driver. And I obviously definitely need to work on my fairway driver shots, but having that full confidence in mid-range and putters around that 300 to 330 mark is really helpful because they land soft and don't skip. So if you're confident throwing the mid-range and putter, I think it usually is better to throw that disc unless it's super windy. Then, you know, throwing a fairway driver is probably better just to cut through the wind. But if it's not that windy, I personally think it's best to throw a slower disc if possible to get that soft landing, unless, you know, you got a low ceiling and you need the skip or something. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you in the next one.